In 2010, Playdead released Limbo on the Xbox Live Arcade, marking the release of one of the most iconic indie games in gaming history. Over the next few years, Playdead would work on porting the game to virtually every single platform available between 2010 and 2016. That same year that Limbo was released though, Playdead also began working on Project 2, which would go on to become the game we're reviewing today, Inside, the spiritual successor to Limbo. Inside is a 2.5D puzzle platformer that focuses on a monochrome art style. Just about everything in the game is dark themed, with a few objects having a red shade to them, indicating that they're interactable objects. Now, although this world is dark, haunting, and at times shocking, if you look deep enough, you'll find some beauty. This game has been in development for 6 years now, and it definitely shows in the attention to detail. While you're in the forest, for example, you'll see fog and dust follow you through the trees, while rain will fall upon you if you're swimming underwater. It seems like the artistic elements have been placed in just the right spot for a beautiful experience, despite the lack of vibrant colors in the game. Even the animations have great detail. For example, whenever you see the main character jump off a cliff, you can see them stumble upon their fall. Or for example, when you're being chased by a character, you can see that the character is running for his life, almost stumbling upon different objects on the ground. Aside from the great visuals, the sound design in this game is pretty spot on. You won't really get too much background music on your adventure, but instead ambient noise that really relates to your surroundings, that really sets the tone. Whether it's your small footsteps in a large factory, or just the sound of you gasping for air while you're trying to breathe underwater, it really all just works. If the game is trying to make you feel peace or wonder or just general suspense, the sound design will help you get there. At the intro of the game, you'll be introduced in a forest, running away from these mysterious men trying to capture you, and this is pretty much all the motive you get throughout the game. Keep running and don't get caught. What are you looking for? Where are you trying to go? Well, that's up for you to find out, as I wouldn't want to spoil too much about this 3 to 4 hour game. What I will say though is that Inside will take you on many different locations that will change up the gameplay, adding new puzzle elements to the game that make the gameplay feel fresh. And as for the ending, well, there's no way you'll be able to predict what happens at the end. No matter what, you're going to be shocked with what happens. There are things in this game that simply can't be explained, and it's really up to the player to interpret what those things mean. That's the general rule with Inside. You're thrown into a game with the ability to run, jump, and interact with different objects, but never at one point are you told what to do. The game doesn't hold your hand at all, and outside the game's logo and end credits, there isn't any text to be found in the game. Very much like Limbo, Inside is a game that takes you on a mystery adventure that will leave you thinking at the end of the game. What did it all mean? How does this relate to that? And what's the big picture of all this? It took me a few hours to completely grasp everything and come up with my own conclusion and interpretation of what it all meant. But I won't mention any of my theories, so you can develop your own interpretation of the game. With all that said, I think Inside is a game that everyone should give a chance. It's an experience that's hard to describe, but one worth checking out. The game is currently available on Xbox One and will be coming to PC on July 7th. And that's my review for Playdead's Inside. A much shorter review than my other ones, but I want to keep this review short just because this game itself is pretty short, and part of the fun of this game is just the mystery about it, so I don't want to spoil anything that I don't have to. Thank you all very much for watching my review. If you enjoyed it, get yourself subscribed, get notified whenever I release more reviews just like this one. And if you do enjoy my content, please consider sharing it around with your friends, as it helps my channel grow and I greatly appreciate it. As always, if you have any questions about the game, feel free to ask me either in the comment section below or on Twitter at Luis_GVN, and I'll try my best to answer those. Thank you all once again for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.